sports, you know that one of the top players has just taken the court, and that is the case. Rafa Nadal, world number 1, 2017 U.S. Open champion, preparing for the first match of his title defense. Joey Brander here, back with you. Come and watch Rafa practice just about 3 hours before he'll take the court in Arthur Ashe Stadium. This is Rafa's first practice of the day. Of course, we've seen him practicing most of the week in Arthur Ashe Stadium, playing a few practice sets with the likes of Kevin. Over the course of the week, Rafa has, in my opinion, looked the best of the big three in their early week practice sessions. Rafa winning the Canadian Open a few weeks ago in Toronto before electing to take Cincinnati off to get some much needed rest before coming here to Meadows a week ago. Let us know in the comments who your pick to win this year's men's and women's U.S. Open singles title is. Rafa, of course, a fan favorite, and coming into the tournament as the #1 ranked player in the world and defending champion. He's a 3-time U.S. Open champion. Last year defending the big South African Kevin Anderson in the final. He also won in 2010 and 2013 to Djokovic. Each time, there's the famous Nadal forehand we're used to seeing. Nadal showing off that heavy buggy whip forehand, finishing up over and around his head on the left side. Rafa now a 17-time Grand Slam champion, looking to win number 18 here and close the gap even further between he and Roger Federer. Federer at 20, a former 5-time U.S. Open champion, but Roger has not won here in Flushing Meadows since 2008. Roger. You see Rafa not exerting too much energy, just working on hitting his spots, getting a rhythm.
Two that are together, one is separate. So meaning, again, everyone in the front gets it. No one in the back. I can't do that. That's not.
His first round opponent, David Ferrer's looked good in practice all week as well. Saw him with a late night, last-minute practice session yesterday evening in Arthur Ashe Stadium around 5 or 6 p.m.
Guys, please make some room for her. Okay, how's everyone doing so far? Everyone got the good seats? Perfect.
Rafa making it a focal point of his practice throughout the week to try and be as aggressive as possible with his footwork, something we see a lot of players doing. You saw him right there on the forehand. Nadal, who hits a lot of open stance forehands, trying to take as many as possible off the front foot, or at least with aggressive foot positioning, moving up closer to the baseline. Even on the return to serve, where we typically see Rafa return from back towards the wall, he's been moving up closer and closer to the baseline, trying to get on offense quickly here on the hard court. Of course, Rafa very familiar with the facilities here in Flushing Meadows, a 3-time champion.
Okay, now again, let's see. All right, now again, I understand that for sure, but like, I know this gentleman been just standing and such, you know, again, you want to perform a line, I don't want to see 3, it's 3, that would just drive me nuts. Are you sure? I don't want to ruin your day. I'm not in entertainment. I'm just doing my You're all set, sir. Yes. All right. All right, it's actually perfect. Back up, please. Okay. Allow them to just pass
Rafa taking a quick break, chatting with his coach Carlos Moya, getting some tips before heading back on the court. Today is the first day of the main draw after a very successful U.S. Open fan week. Over 100,000 fans came out over the course of the tournament. Rafa about to hit the court, switching sides now. Taking you around the grounds, Venus Williams has been forced to a third set against another former champion, 2004 champ Svetlana Kuznetsova. That a tough first round matchup for Venus. Venus took the first set 6-3. Kuznetsova won the second 7-5. Now they're about to start the third. Sloane Stephens cruised to a 6 first set against Rodina on Louis Armstrong Stadium. Denis Shapovalov about to start his match on grandstand. Sam Querrey split sets against Andrea Seppi, the Italian, on court 5. Borna Coric, the 20 seed, up 2-1 on court 7. Taylor Fritz, the young American, stole the third set from Misha Zverev, brother of one of the top-seeded players, Sasha Zverev, the young German. Fritz now down 2-1, 5-all in the fourth set with Zverev. This is not the last of our practice covers today. 2009 U.S. Open champion Juan Martín del Potro will be taking the court in just a few minutes, so make sure you stay tuned with us for the rest of Rafa's practice. Juan Martín del Potro following that, and throughout the whole week for live prayer practice coverage and behind-the-scenes coverage around the grounds. Everyone with their cameras out trying to snap a shot of Rafa, one of the greatest of all time, practicing here on the first practice court. Nadal's been working on that slice quite a bit throughout the week, trying to get it as deep in the court as possible, trying to extend that arm on the follow-through, give the ball a long ride through the court. See Carlos Moya showing off. He's still got the hands, despite being retired for quite a few years now. Over 40 years old now is Carlos Moya, but still hitting a beautiful ball out there. Rafa just working that forehand right now, trying to get his rhythm. And that ball is about as big as it gets. Rafa with one of the truly all-time great forehands. We've seen so many exceptional shots off that side for Rafa. Let us know in the comments your pick to win the men's and women's singles title. We want to hear all your predictions on this first day of the 50th U.S. Open, a historic tournament this year. Rafa toweling off. It's a very warm day here in New York. We've had some very mild weather over the course of practice week and this morning as well, but over the course of the afternoon has warmed up quite a bit. Bit of humidity in the air as well. The players taking that into account. Rafa now coming in to take some volleys. We expect him to be out here for just About 20 minutes in total.
Careful, guys. Don't push against each other. Hold on. Guys, let it pass through, please. Let it pass through. Let it pass through. Let it pass through. Okay.
Early in his career, Nadal
I need one person. This is one.
preferred grinding out points from the baseline, but we've seen him, as he's matured as a player, feel more comfortable playing different styles. We've seen him pull out some serving and volleying here at the Open and at Wimbledon in the past. We saw how effectively he used underspin in Wimbledon, using that drop shot very effectively. In particular, we've seen him warming that up over the course of practice week quite a bit. Rafa with 80 career titles. That's good for fourth all-time in the open era. 17-time Grand Slam champion with many more finals appearances as well. Of course, cruised to the U.S. Open title last year, defeating South African Kevin Anderson in straight sets. Kevin Anderson will be playing shortly as well here around the grounds.
That's the great thing about it. You guys here. You guys switch your teams to PFP. That's what matters the most. Exactly. How could you not believe this? This is a good man right here. And again, you understand.
Rafa not only with 17 Grand Slam titles, but a record 33 Masters 1000 titles as well. Also a gold medalist, winning the 2008 Olympic gold medal in singles. Rafa electing to take Cincinnati off last week due to fatigue, but he has looked sharp throughout practice week, well rested, and most importantly, healthy. The youngest player in the open era to achieve the career Grand Slam. He did it at just 24 years old. Rafa warming up his overheads. Rafa will grab a drink and come back out, hit some serves and returns, maybe play a couple practice points before heading back into the locker room and mentally and physically preparing himself for that battle with David Ferrer coming tonight. Make sure you all tune in for that. Opening of the U.S. Open concert and ceremony will come at 7 p.m. Eastern at Arthur Ashe Stadium, highlighted by a performance from former American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson. After that, Serena Williams will take the court against Magda Linette. Serena Williams did not play in the U.S. Open last year, but the 23-time Grand Slam champion is looking to make waves once again here in Flushing Meadows. That'll be followed by Rafa Nadal against Ferrer in the nightcap. Tonight, however, we have two courts of night matches going. Louis Armstrong, the recently dedicated Louis Armstrong Stadium, will feature Juan Martín del Potro, the 2009 U.S. Open champion. Joanne in the comments saying good luck, Rafa. Alice saying vamos, Rafa. Williams in the comments rooting for Roger Federer. Andre rooting for Rafa, as is Christine. Patricia as well. Marisol. Thanks to everyone for joining us all around the world. We love all of our international fans as well. Let us know what matches tonight and tomorrow you're most looking forward to seeing. A lot of incredible first round battles still to come. Christine saying best wishes, Rafa. Lazarus rooting for Rafa as well, as is Michael. A lot of Rafa fans in the comments, always a fan favorite. Wanda rooting for Rafa as well. Gustavo picking Novak Djokovic to win it all. Novak coming off of a Wimbledon title where he defeated Rafa in the semis. Rafa had match points in that match, but was unable to capitalize. Jill in the comments saying, oh, so wish I was there. Well, Jill, make sure you come on out next year. Of course, Joey Brander here with you. Make sure you keep locked in with us on US Open social media at Joey Brander on Instagram. We're giving you all the behind-the-scenes coverage, live player practices throughout the tournament. Rafa chatting, strategizing with his team. Valentine in the comments picking Rafa to win it all. Will this be another Grand Slam for a member of the Big Three? Or will one of the next-gen young superstars on the tour finally break through? Maybe this is Sasha Zverev's chance. You see Carlos Moya and Rafa showing off their soccer skills as well. Rafa played soccer growing up. Still a passionate fan to this day. Nicolette saying all the best for you, Rafa, from Hungary. Thanks for joining us, Nicolette. We appreciate it. Rafa will work on some returns. We expect him to continue playing with his return positioning a little bit as he's done in practice all week. Beautiful heavy returns there from Rafa. Off the backhand side, deep in the court. Kicking up quite a bit after the bounce. After dropping the second set, Venus Williams now up a break in the third against Svetlana Kuznetsova. You may hear some cheers in the crowd. That's because 2009 champion Juan Martín del Potro has just stepped foot on the court. He'll be practicing side by side with Rafa here. A couple of champions next to each other. Juan Martín del Potro will be playing the nightcap in Louis Armstrong Stadium today. Now Rafa taking a two-step hop into the court, returning that ball in front of the baseline, trying to drive it through the court. We'll see what return position he ends up using against Ferrer tonight. Sloane Stephens now up 6-1 and 4-2 in the second set over Rodinho in Louis Armstrong Stadium. Shapovalov on serve in the grandstand. Seppi now up 2-1 over the American Sam Querrey. Sam looking for another strong hard court result. Moya and Rafa now switching sides, working on some ad side returns off the forehand side.
She isn't leaving.
Juan Martin just starting his warm-up. We'll have that practice for you live after Rafa.
Again, front of the line.
Even more fans now packing in to catch a glimpse of both Rafa and Delpo, a couple of Grand Slam champions. We can hear the roars from the crowd in Arthur Ashe Stadium, a packed house in there, as Venus Williams starts to pull ahead. That'll do it for Rafa's practice. Rafa just finishing up taking some serves, and he'll head inside while Martin Del Potro just getting warmed up.